Right now, you are the only kind of human on Earth. That feels normal. It has always been this way in your lifetime. But for most of the last million years, there were multiple human species alive at the same time. Not one after another. At the same time. Sharing the same planet. Neanderthals in Europe. Denisovans in Asia. Homo floresiensis on an island in Indonesia. Homo luzonensis in the Philippines. Homo naledi in South Africa. Possibly more we have not found yet. 6 species of human. Possibly more. All gone now. Except us. What happened? And did we have anything to do with it? Let us start at the beginning. The human family tree is not a neat line. It is a bush. Messy. Branching constantly. Many dead ends. Around 2 million years ago, Homo erectus left Africa. Spread across Eurasia. They were extraordinarily successful. Survived for almost 2 million years. Compare that to Homo sapiens, who have been around for only 300,000 years. We are the newcomers, not the veterans. Now, the most famous of our lost cousins. The Neanderthals. They were not the dim-witted brutes of old Hollywood films. Neanderthals had brains as large as ours. Sometimes larger. They made jewelry. Used pigments. Buried their dead with care. They cared for their injured. We know because of Shanidar 1, a Neanderthal who survived decades with severe disabilities. They thrived in Ice Age Europe for 300,000 years, adapted to survive extreme cold. Then Homo sapiens arrived in Europe around 45,000 years ago, and within 5,000 years, the Neanderthals were gone. 5,000 years is a blink in evolutionary time. Something dramatic happened. So what killed the Neanderthals? This is one of the most debated questions in all of science. Theory 1, climate change. Europe experienced rapid climate fluctuations 40,000 years ago. Neanderthal populations were already small and scattered. Climate stress made them smaller. But climate had stressed them before. They had survived multiple glacial cycles. So why not this time? Theory 2, disease. Homo sapiens carried pathogens Neanderthals had never encountered. Like Europeans arriving in the Americas, new diseases can devastate populations with no immunity. Homo sapiens had come from Africa, a continent with enormous pathogen diversity. Our immune systems were battle-hardened. Theory 3, competition. We outcompete them for resources, not necessarily through direct violence, just by being slightly more efficient at getting food. If Homo sapiens got 10% more calories from the same landscape, over generations the maths is devastating. Theory 4, direct violence. We killed them. There is limited evidence for this. Some Neanderthal bones show marks suggesting violence. But most researchers believe violence alone cannot explain the full extinction. The most likely answer, all of the above. Simultaneously. A perfect storm of pressures hitting small vulnerable populations from every direction. Now, here is the part most people do not know. We did not just replace the Neanderthals. We had children with them. In 2010, Svante Pääbo and his team sequenced the Neanderthal genome. The result was shocking. People of non-African descent carry 1 to 4% Neanderthal DNA in their genome. If you are of European or Asian descent, you are part Neanderthal. The Neanderthals did not fully disappear. They merged with us. Some of that Neanderthal DNA is still actively doing things in your body right now. Genes inherited from Neanderthals affect immune response, cold adaptation, skin and hair characteristics. The Neanderthals helped us survive the cold European winters through their DNA. Now, the Denisovans, an even more mysterious species. We know they existed because of DNA, not from complete fossils. A finger bone, a molar tooth, found in Denisova cave in Siberia. That is almost all we have physically. But the DNA tells us they were widespread, from Siberia to Southeast Asia. And we interbred with them too. Modern Melanesians and Aboriginal Australians carry up to 5% Denisovan DNA. Tibetan people carry a Denisovan gene that allows them to survive at high altitude. No other humans have it. Without that Denisovan gene, the Tibetan plateau would be essentially uninhabitable. Now, Homo floresiensis, the hobbit, found on the island of Flores in Indonesia, only 1 meter tall, brain the size of a grapefruit. They made stone tools. They hunted pygmy elephants. With a grapefruit-sized brain, they survived until approximately 50,000 years ago, right around when Homo sapiens arrived in the region. Coincidence? Possibly. Probably not. Homo naledi, found in South Africa in 2013, an entirely unexpected discovery. Found deep in a nearly inaccessible cave system. Over 1,500 bone fragments from at least 15 individuals. Most shocking, they appear to have deliberately deposited their dead there. A ritual burial, from 250,000 years ago, with a brain roughly one-third the size of ours. Ritual burial, 250,000 years ago. This means cognitive complexity, the ability to think symbolically about death, may not require our brain size. Now, the biggest question. Why did we survive when none of the others did? The answer is probably not intelligence. Other species were cognitively sophisticated. The answer is probably not tools. Neanderthals made comparable tools. The leading theory, the scale of our social cooperation. We could cooperate with strangers, on a scale no other human species achieved. Yuval Noah Harari calls this our superpower, the ability to cooperate flexibly in large numbers. How? Through shared fictions, stories, beliefs, myths, money, nations, gods. Neanderthals cooperated in groups of perhaps 15 to 30 individuals. Homo sapiens could coordinate hundreds, then thousands, eventually millions. When a group of 500 Homo sapiens coordinated against a group of 30 Neanderthals, the outcome was predictable. The second advantage, information networks. Trade routes that spanned continents. Neanderthal sites show materials sourced locally, within 80 kilometers. Homo sapiens sites show materials from hundreds of kilometers away, sometimes thousands. Better materials, better tools, better information about what was happening far away. The third advantage, accumulated knowledge that built across generations faster. Better language may have allowed more precise knowledge transfer, more detail, fewer misunderstandings. Small differences in knowledge transmission speed compound dramatically over thousands of years. Now, should we feel guilty? Did we deliberately wipe out our cousins? The honest answer is complicated. We probably contributed to their extinction. But we also interbred with them. We absorbed them. We carry them with us still. The relationship between Homo sapiens and other human species was not simple. It was messy. Conflict and sex. Competition and cooperation. Extinction and inheritance. All at once. Now, what does it mean that we are alone? Think about what it would mean if there were other human species alive today. Would we grant them rights? Would they grant us rights? What would religion say about souls? Our assumption that humans are unique is partly a product of being the only ones left. In a world with Neanderthals, the line between human and non-human would be much harder to draw. We are alone on this planet in a way no previous human generation ever was. And we carry pieces of those lost cousins inside us. In our DNA. In our cells. Right now. The Neanderthals are not completely gone. They live on in billions of people. Every time a person of European descent fights off a cold, some of that is Neanderthal immune genes working. Every Tibetan who climbs to altitude without gasping, that is a Denisovan gene at work. We are not fully Homo sapiens. We are a hybrid, a mixture, the last survivors of a richer human world. If this made you think differently about what it means to be human, that is exactly what this channel is here for.